Hello, my name's Steve and I sell stuff on eBay as a hobby, and in this video I want to show you my payout for the 7th of November 2023. But first of all, let's have a look at what's sold. It's Saturday the 4th of November and I've been taking so much time off eBay recently that I'm beginning to wonder if I'm taking it seriously. But I did reactivate my account only this morning and I have already made one sale. So my first sale of the week is this. It's the 6th Maigret Omnibus by Georges Simenon. It's got three titles in there, which are Maigret and the Wine Merchant, Maigret and the Prison, and Maigret and the Rich Man. So that's three books in one. Now, I've had this listed for quite some time. Originally, when I listed it, I looked at what they were selling for, and they were going for something like 16, £18. So I had that listed for £18 for a long time and it hasn't budged. So for 2, maybe even 3 years, it's been there on my eBay for sale list, doing absolutely nothing. I've taken it down, put it back up, taken it down, put it back up quite a few times. I did that again 2 weeks ago. I listed it for £9 plus postage and packing. And I have started now offering a choice of postal options. So I offered an ordinary second class mail at £2.60, I think it was, or a track service for £3.30. The buyer has paid the full asking price of £9 plus £3.30 for the tracking service, so that's £12.30 altogether. I'm quite happy with that, really, for an old paperback, an old Penguin crime novel. So, yeah, I'll be posting that on Monday morning as soon as my local delivery office is open. It's Sunday, the 5th of November, and I have two more sales from yesterday to show you. First of all, there's this small bundle of three books by Rick Riordan. Now, this isn't the sort of thing I read myself, to be honest, but I know fantasy sells quite well, so I picked these up quite cheaply, thinking I'd be able to resell them. And again, this is another lot that I've had for quite some time, but they have sold now. So what are they? Well, we've got two books in the Magnus Chase series. This is Magnus Chase and the Sword of Summer, which I believe is book number 1 in the series. And I think this is book number 3, and this is The Ship of the Dead. So that's two Magnus Chase books. And we've got one here from the Trials of Apollo. This one is called The Hidden Oracle. So that's three books by Magnus Chase. As I say, I have had these up for quite some time. I've relisted them recently for £8. Didn't put the option of offers on, so they have sold for that. So that's £8 for three books. I think that's quite a bargain. They're not in bad condition, actually, so that's not bad. Now, this is another bundle of books, and again in a genre that I don't really read very much of. These are Westerns by J.T. Edson. Now, my dad wasn't a great reader, but he, when I was little, so this would have been in the 1960s, I know he had a few of these around the house, but I think he stopped reading after that. So where I get the reading bug from, I really don't know. But there were Westerns in the house, as I say, so let me stop rambling about that and show you what the titles are. So these are all by J.T. Edson. This is the Cow Thieves. Then we've got Guns in the Night. We've got Terror Valley. And we've got this one, which is called Calamity Spells Trouble. Oh dear. Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore, do they? And then we've got The Whip and the War Lance. So there we are. That's 5 of those, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 books by J.T. Edson. These have gone again for the full asking price, which was £12.50. It's Monday, the 6th of November. Now, we're having some work done on the house, so that might be what you'll hear going on in the background. We're having our pointing ground out of the walls. It's very noisy, but I've got no choice but to do this video now. Now, since my last video, since yesterday, I have sold 2 items, but one of them I've already posted without doing a piece to camera. I was in a bit of a rush this morning, had to get down to the Royal Mail office before they close at 10. Yes, they close at 10. When I got back, I've got another sale, which is this bundle of science fiction paperbacks by Russian authors, two Russian authors, in fact. This is sold for the full asking price of £25 all in. I'm quite pleased with that, although one or two of these volumes do sell for very good prices. So I think with £25, I think I was underpitching it a little, to be honest. But let me show you the titles. I've got three books by Olaf Stapleton. First of which is this one here, that's called Odd John. And then there's this one, which is a nice Penguin science fiction series edition of Sirius. Then we've got this, which is perhaps his most famous novel, which is Last Men in London. And then I've got a book by the Strugatsky brothers, that's Arkady and Boris Strugatsky. This is Roadside Picnic. That's a very well-known novel again. Quite a slim volume, but that is a nice collectible Penguin science fiction paperback again. So there we go. Four paperbacks for £25 all in. Now, my other sale was a bundle of paperbacks by Helen Fielding in a Bridget Jones series. So let's take a quick look at them now. Not much to say about these, really. It's not the sort of thing that I read, as you probably guessed. But I did pick these up fairly cheap. They looked like a nice little set to sell or to attempt to sell on eBay. And in fact, I have sold them for £8 all in. It's four books in the Bridget Jones's Diary series with the original Bridget Jones's Diary there, The Edge of Reason, Mad About the Boy, and Bridget Jones's Baby. That's the back covers, and that's the damage to one of the books. That's Mad About the Boy, I think. It's actually quite, don't know if you can see this here, but it's quite distorted. There's quite a bit of distortion to the cover there, but I don't think I've properly photographed it, to be honest. But anyway, that's the four books in the Bridget Jones's Diary series. It's Monday evening now. The builder's gone because it's after dark, and I don't usually record these videos after dark because I've got very amateurish equipment here, very poor lighting. But I'm going to do it anyway. I hope this is okay because I wanted to show you the two sales that I've got this evening. I wasn't really expecting these at all. Don't usually sell very much on Mondays, but I've got another two sales now. One of which is this bundle of books by Danielle Steele. Now, I've had these for some time, and again, like books, they do take an awful long time to sell, but these are actually in quite good condition. I've had them listed now for a number of months at £9 with free postage. And they have sold for that price. So I'm quite happy to get these as they do take up quite a lot of room. Let's have a look at the titles. So here we have got Beauchamp Hall. Next we have Finding Ashley. Then we've got this one now. That's a bit faded on the cover there. It's got that sort of goldish embossed type on it, and that does rub away on some of these. I can't make out what it's called. I'm not familiar with these, as you can tell. It's called The Right Time. Next one is called Silent Night. Then we've got Lost and Found. As you can see, that gold is rubbing away on that one, but not so bad. That's Lost and Found. And then finally, we've got Numbers Game. So that's six books altogether. Not a bad price for those, I think, £9. And this is a very nice volume. It's a hardback copy of the collected stories of Roald Dahl, and these are his stories aimed at adults. If you're as old as I am, you'll remember Tales of the Unexpected, the first couple of seasons of which were introduced by Roald Dahl himself. And it's basically a collection of stories with twists, or at least that's what they're supposed to be. Sometimes you can see the twist coming from a mile away, but yeah, that's Roald Dahl's collected short stories in a very nice volume. It's gone for £12 only, and I think that's a very good buy for the person who's bought it. So that's two lots for me to wrap up and send tomorrow, along with those science fiction books that I've already wrapped up. So that's it for now. eBay sent £81.41 to my bank account on the 7th of November after taking their fees. Reduced fees on all but two of these items, so reduced fees on the Stapleton books, the Fielding books, the Edson books, the Rick Riordan books, and the Maigret Omnibus. And after postage, I'm left with £60.17. All of these have gone by Royal Mail as small parcels. I did pay a little bit extra for the Maigret because that buyer had paid for Track 48 service. So that's 7 items sold, £60.17 after fees and postage costs. 7 items sold then, £60 for my troubles. So not bad this week, much better than last. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below. See you next time. Bye for now.